Welcome back, guys. This is the third session of the Walk with the Coach. So in this session, let's talk about the questions that Coach B sent last week about
the MQCs,
the MKCs, the cartoons that he sent, and it was very interesting to see all of those and about the injuries and everything. So some of the thoughts I had in mind is about how to handle injuries, and some of those cartoons kind of said that.
Yep.
So.
See, I'd sent a bunch of them, right? One of them, in fact, thanks to Coach Sridhar, I'd even sent a video. And that video
That's
was,
right?
That video was about like a runner was just not ready to accept reality. She was with the doctor. Doctor said you have a fracture, and the doctor is trying to be very nice and telling that, hey, listen, you have a fracture, you got to take 6 weeks rest or something. And she listens to all that and she says, oh, really? Okay, when can I do my marathon?
Correct. So I was going to come to that, Coach B. So I have an answer for that. So what happened last week personally to me is this is the first time you gave me an exercise. What is it called? Interval, where I have to run 0.75 miles.
Long intervals?
Long interval runs.
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that for the first time.
Yeah.
So, and I think I overdid it, or it was probably my first time.
Yeah.
I came back home and I thought I did a great job, but the next day I was totally down. And next day I had a conversational pace.
Yeah.
So now the decision, in the mindset, I actually had to finish this conversational pace because I thought, hey, I did 5 miles. This 4 miles is like not a big deal for me. But then my body was telling me that don't do it because I was feeling pain. I was feeling that, if I do this, in fact, I had an argument with my wife too, and I said, I should not be doing this because I'm having an injury. And I think that's the right decision I made. What do you think, Coach B?
Absolutely. See, you have one body, guys. You better take care of it. And body is, while body doesn't have its own, while the body cannot speak in our language, but it can actually talk to you. It gives you all kinds of signals. And it's a beautiful engineering marvel. So it tries its best to cope up with you. And sometimes it suffers and it speaks to you. And that speak is pain and discomfort. And you ignore it. It will try its best. It's not that it will say that, okay, I'm not letting it go. It will try its best. It'll keep trying, and then one day it will just can't do, and then you'll have a major problem. So that's what is listening to your body, and that's what you did. That's a great job. Just as, in terms of the MQCs, I had given those cartoons just as to evoke some provocative thoughts within you. Given this is the injury meso thing I've given you, I thought this could be a right time for us to have this conversation. Now, I want to ask you one trivia question. I don't expect to know the answer, but just throw out a gut number. What percentage of runners you think, there's been a scientific study, what percentage of runners you think get injured because of running sometime in their running career? What percentage you think? Approximately.
I'd say around 45 to 50%.
So 45 to 50% is his answer. The real answer is 82%.
Oh, wow.
Think about it. 82% of runners will face a running related injury. Unfortunately, that is a fact. How crazy is that? 82. The industry is still trying its best to figure out, with all the engineering and the shoes and all the scientific gears and all that, injury is something that pretty much happens to everybody in running. So if that is the case, I want to spend this time not talking about how to prevent injury, because injury will happen. Everybody has to go through it. When I say injury, I'm not talking about high level fracture or something. It could be a niggle that put you to no run for 2 weeks. That is an injury as well. Like, you can't continue running because of some issue that has happened in the body because of running.
And you don't want to escalate.
You don't want to escalate it. Knee pain, shin splits, you name it. There's so many things I've explained to you already, all the different problems. So this week is about, if you have an injury, how do you snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? You might be thinking it's a defeat. That firstly, let us discuss the mental side of injury. When you are injured, especially in, say, meso 3, you suddenly realize that, when you start the running journey, guys, there are 2 things that we try to strengthen. One is your physical strength, and the second one is your mental strength. Let's assume when you start a season or when you start running, your both physical and mental strength is very low. Okay? But when you just start running, what happens is you slightly get better mental strength, but physically you're not at there.
Yeah.
Right? So you struggle, and then you somehow, like after 2-3 weeks, you're able to, physical strength is catching up. Mental strength is also getting better, because now you're saying, I can run 30 minutes, I can run 40 minutes, and suddenly you're getting the runners high. All the good things are happening, and your mental strength just goes higher and higher and higher, and the gap between mental and physical strength actually enlarges.
Right.
That means mental strength is a lot higher than physical strength, a very dangerous combination. The reason is, when mental strength is much higher than physical strength, you will start pushing your body even when you are not ready for it.
Because the mind is telling you that you
can
can
do
do
it.
it, but
Yeah.
the body is not there to do it.
Body is crying, but mind is saying, screw it.
Yeah.
Pain is gain. My coach has told me this. My friend who ran with me did 5 miles. Why can't I do 5 miles? These kind of things happen. This is a normal cycle. So the gap between mental and physical strength, when the gap delta increases, injury happens because body gets pushed. Now let's talk about when the injury now happened. Now you've pushed it, injury has happened, 2 weeks, you're done. Think about the frustration at that time, where your mental strength is very high right now, but you can't even do a simple half a mile run. That lends itself to a huge frustration. Sometimes people have even told me they are depressed, that they cannot run. People who got COVID, they became all right, but the doctors or I am saying 2 weeks, don't even come near me.
Correct.
So 2 weeks, they're totally fine. Mentally, they're very, very strong. They just want to run, and they see their friends running. They are in Strava. Coach Indu talked about the other day, looking at Strava when she was not able to run. She's been a senior runner. She couldn't take it. It is a normal thing, guys. So the first step I want to tell you in this framework of snatching victory from the jaws of what appears to be a defeat because of injury is what I call it as acceptance. In life, you need to first learn to accept the cards that are given to you. That is the sign of an amazing human being. An amazing human being doesn't go about living in unreal assumptions. Amazing human beings lives in reality. What is given to me is what I deserve, and I accept it with a smiling face. You do that, you become a master of the game. So that's the first thing I want to say. You'll see in Raghu, I don't know if you'll agree with me, most of the man-made problems are created because they don't know how to accept reality. What do you think?
Very true.
Right?
Because they think that,
I don't deserve this.
exactly. Once you accept the fact that this is what it is,
what it is.
then you can move forward with the next step.
Yeah, you are in poker parlance, you've been given a shitty card.
Yeah.
You just have to accept it. It is what it is. You have to play with the cards given to you. You cannot play with the cards that you don't have. Can you? You would love to have 2 aces, but what you have is 2 and a 7. You play with the 2 and a 7. That's all. Right? So that's the first point. The minute you start accepting it, you will suddenly start becoming positive. Because step 2 of this framework on health is that why you are running. That is the time you need to ask yourself this fundamental question. Why are you running? When you are injured, if the answer is, I am running because, fill up the blanks, it could be overall health improvement, weight reduction, just feeling great about myself, friends, helping my family, just having me time. If you think about all these answers, all of this can be achieved even without running.
Right.
Just think about this. Being with friends. Okay, if you're not running, be with your friends. Help your fellow runners, community who are running. No,
Right.
Go to a long run. Volunteer. Give them some drinks during the long run. You will be with friends. They will love you. You will feel good about yourself, even though you are running. There are many runners who have done this, guys. There are many runners in running a runners community. I can immediately think of Mona, for example. She comes to the long run. She is not able to run, but she will come with some food and stuff and give off to the long run runners. And she feels great about it. That's just one small example. There is a lot you can do. This is the time when you have the extra time. 2 hours or 1 hour of no running. Contribute to others. Be with your family. If your kid is running, be with him. Take him to a destination run. All those cool things you can do as well. So most of the things that you thought you wanted to do for running, you can still achieve, just that you are not running. That's all. Right? That's my...
Agreed.
Right? That's my second one. Third one is when you're injured, people think that complete rest is how you need to get back. That's not 100% correct. Only if you're like COVID, that is a different issue. But if you're injured with a knee pain, you can go and do swimming.
You can walk.
You can walk, you can bike, you can do yoga. These are all amazing, strength building things, cardio as well. So it is not necessary you have to come to zero. That's my point. You don't have to come to zero at all. You can do other things that will give you additional strength, and you can come back with a different set of strength that you wouldn't have had time to do because you are in a running schedule.
Correct.
Okay, so that's my third set of things. Think about that. It is not a 1-0. This is problem solving, guys. This is the beauty of running. When you like something so much and you're not able to do that, and you've been given bad cards, become a problem solver. What else can I do? How else can I improve? That's the way you should think about it. And the last one I want to tell you, when you're injured, and this is something I've tried, it's really very helpful for me as well, is think about meditation. Okay, I really think cardiovascular, musculoskeletal, mental strength training is what we're doing. We haven't come to the mental strength portion in our training. We'll be coming very soon. But meditation is a powerful technique for controlling your mind. It all starts here. Your running starts here. If you're able to put this under control, you will come back a much stronger runner, much better human being, and you can just be in control of yourself. So that's what I want to tell you guys in summary. Just because you're injured, don't be what's the right word for it?
Disheartened.
Yeah, don't be disheartened. Don't have self-pity. That, oh man, I'm the only one who's been struggling. 82% of the runners are in your category if you're injured. So you're nothing special. Everyone has to go through it. The question is, if you really want to be special, how you convert so-called defeat into a success. And they are giving you some specific steps on that. If you do that, you will come out of it with a smiling face, more powerful brain, a much stronger body, and just hit the ground running. Any thoughts?
And you'll feel so good about it, because now that it's not just running, because you have actually overcome an injury. You've overcome something more than just...
Yes, you have a story to tell to others.
Exactly.
You
So it's a huge victory.
Amazing.
So
That's how it is, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raghu, for this amazing discussions that I had. Thanks to you. Thank you for coming over from Boston to here for my special day.
Thank you so much for enlightening us with all these 3 sessions. Thank you for all this good things that you're giving to all this community, running community. And happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Raghu.
And welcome to the club of, you know the number, right, guys? All right, take care, guys. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys. Love you all.